African American culture is 99% white American culture. If we don't find it strange that there is a black person named Jackson, we shouldn't find it strange that there is a black person playing the Little Mermaid. Let's dive into it. Black Americans were brought to America and forced to adopt every aspect of white American culture, from their names, to the language, to the food, to the religion, to the politics, to the arts. They adopted every aspect of white American culture. They have practiced this culture for more than 400 years, and every once in a while, a Black American gets to play one of these culturally white characters. And when they do, you hear arguments like this on TV.
Also, by the way, with The Little Mermaid, can we also just mention that just from a scientific perspective, okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. I mean, if anything, not only should The Little Mermaid be pale, she should actually be translucent.
Or like this.
Hey, black guy here. Forced diversity annoys the hell out of me and doesn't make me like the film show anymore. I love seeing new and original black characters that have been given way more love and care than they black.
There are even memes online mocking what they term as forced diversity. These are a group of people that the only culture they know is this culture adopted from white Americans. They've lived with this culture as long as they can remember. They are told these stories as kids. The folklores that are told from birth are the same white American folklores. They grew up with these stories. They answer these names. They speak this language. They practice this religion. Every aspect of white American culture they've adopted and they have practiced. Their heroes are the same white American heroes. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin. The tragedy of being a Black American is that sometimes your heroes might be those that enslaved your ancestors. You hear people make the argument and say, why can't Disney, Netflix, make an African story from an African folklore and play an African American man or woman as the lead character? These people are not culturally African. They don't have any African names. They have never practiced any African culture. They don't speak any African language. They don't practice any African religion. So why would Disney create an African story from an African folklore and play an African American? So personally, I think an African American can play any character in any of those folklores. An African American can play any character in any of those Marvel movies because they are as much part of the culture as anyone else.